My name is Emmy. I play Marta. She is a girl living in the town with all the rest of the girls. She's good friends with them, and she's enduring a lot of abuse from her family along with coming of age.
I'm Laura, and I play Ilse. Ilse's kind of the free spirit, bohemian kind of, she's kind of separate from the other girls, and she has a very dark past.
I'm Hannah. I'm playing Thea, a friend to the other girls, and I'm growing up with them. I've known them for my whole life, basically. I go to school with them, and was all sort of doing this whole becoming an adult thing together.
I'm Chloe. I play Wendla. She wants to find where she fits and what she feels, as opposed to everybody else telling her what she's supposed to do, where she's supposed to go.
I am Cassie. I am playing Anna. She's starting to come into her own sexuality, and it's one of those that she feels uncomfortable about the whole transition into this, and she has been brought up to think like that's wrong.
There's like a variety of ways people have played her, but unfortunately I think a lot of people have dumbed her down. Oh, this 14-year-old who has no idea what she's doing, and I think that she's a lot more than that.
Physical and emotional abuse from her family, and they kicked her out, and she had to kind of survive on her own.
Every time I'm reading her lines, like I feel myself starting to shake.
She didn't have a few things that were probably really important for her to know, and that everyone should probably tell your children. Tell your children, tell your wives.
And it's hard because I've never been in a lot of the positions that she's been in. It still really hits every time.
If you are pleasured by it and you feel good about it, you still have this voice in the back of your head saying this is wrong, this is bad, you shouldn't be doing this. Such a backwards way of thinking. I mean, I'm feeding into that more so, the whole guilt about coming into sexuality.
I love the junk jar.
I love the junk jar. I love it.
It's our diary.
Out in the back, we were having a little junk jar party.
I've definitely written my fair share of junk.
We're all putting junk in the jar, eating cookies that Alana made.
I've put a few things in the junk jar so far, and I actually have a little note on my phone for whenever I think of something. I put a few things into the junk jar, but I feel like they're really heavy.
And it's also going to be so cool to see what everybody wrote, because I can't. I know that's not the point.
It is the point. I want to see everybody's junk in the junk jar.
I'm excited to sort of put it up on the walls.
It's going to be surrounding people. You're going to be able to feel it. You're going to feel kind of the heaviness in the air.
My parents are going to be like, "That's not you, Laura, right?" And I'll be like, "No."
They might freak out a little bit and be like, what if this is my child?
A lot of it is probably going to be very relatable. A lot of throwbacks, but negative, sad, dark throwbacks, but also almost maybe hopeful if someone relates to something someone was struggling with, and they could be like, they can get over it.
Which I feel like a lot of people are going to be surprised. They're going to walk in and there's all of these things over the wall that can range from like, wow, that's really ridiculous, that couldn't happen to a person, to something that's really, really dark.
It kind of gives some insight into reserving your judgment on other people, because honestly anything in there could be about anybody.
These horrible things happen to people in my cast, regardless of who it is, I'm going to support them the same because I know how it feels.
I mean, I've always been into performing.
I love theater.
It's so interesting because I go through rehearsal processes and you sit there and you're like, why do I do this? Because it's such a hard process.
Even when I think it's not that practical to be spending time doing theater, I just always find myself doing a show, and I can't live without them.
I was poodle number 2 in 101 Dalmatians.
I get to feel all the emotions along with the characters feeling the emotions. So it's kind of a wild ride for everyone, whether you're in it or watching it. It's
sharing that, it's such a feeling of elation. I love the magic of it. Live performance, the beauty of the theater. Every time I've done a show, it always ends and I think about how there's never going to be a show like it, ever again. The only thing I could think of that I'm really, really love to do was theater.
I really like being able to tell someone else's story and be part of it and kind of give them a voice, tie my own experiences with theirs and learn from theirs, because stories help you learn and understand and grow.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a big play game. It's a big game. It's big playing pretend, which is really fun.
I watch a lot of TV and movies.
I like hanging out with my cats.
I am trying to teach myself the fiddle. It's going badly.
I dance in my room.
Oh boy, I am passionate about so many things. I am one of the most excitable people ever. I get very excited about everything all the time.
I really like designing. I'm studying set design right now.
Scrolling through the Darren Criss tag on Tumblr and just kind of looking at his face. I don't know, I just love Broadway. That's it, and my cats, that's all I need. Except for that combination some little separation.
I watched all 10 seasons of Friends my junior year of high school, and I did it in probably like 2 months.
Try not to watch too much TV because when I'm doing that, I'm like not doing like homework.
Because I just watched episodes while I was doing my homework the entire time. Oops, I made it through.
I really like getting to know people and helping people, figuring out how things work and really being able to make an impact in people's lives.
I love being backstage because there's still so much going on. It's still that intensity.
I play video games.
You know, you gotta do it then. You just have to be ready at all times, and I love that. I'm someone who I like to be busy.
I do the dancing, I do the theater, I do the singing. It's been a long week, I'm so sick.
Trying to do my dad's face.